You must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you. You must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass.
And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.
Welcome everyone to Beckoned Development Weekly Stream, episode 63, and we are getting back to the comic book stuff. Real quick, let me throw on some music and I'll do our normal pitch. Beckoned is our 20-hour epic JRPG, which follows three young adventurers that scurry across the landscapes trying to reclaim a stolen necklace. As they are doing that, they are pulled into a power struggle between two major superpowers, Denathite and Loden crystals. So we did have a donation today. Thank you, handsome face Dean. That was awesome. So yeah, guys, hopefully he grabbed our t-shirt collection. Thank you, bro. And that's so let me go through that real quick. Our perks are pretty cool because we took advantage of the add-on system of INDIEGOGO and we started making it able for you to customize your own small package. So our featured perk is the t-shirt collection. It includes the game, your name in the credits, early access, 3 high-res posters, the backer t-shirt, and exclusive device wallpapers. And all you have to do is just click into that, and then I believe the coin and the postcards are the only ones you can add to this one. But the other ones allow you to pretty much mix and match any combo that you would like. There's some details about the perks underneath that. And a statue based on one that I hand sculpted with clay, and then we took a bunch of pictures, gave it to our guy Harry, and he re-sculpted it in ZBrush, sorry. And yeah, he's 3D printing him, and we've already seen a print, and it looks great. I should have updated that picture to this IndieGOGO, but I want to get a better picture of it. But yeah, I'll be hand painting and numbering them as well. Like, if you we could put you into the game as well in some of our perks, I believe down about here. But yeah, so I'm getting out of order my pitch, sorry. The game description is basically here, so it opens it up, the synopsis of it, and then the battle system is described about what's the twist on the real-time twist on the turn-based system, as well as what turn breaks are. And this is very quick descriptions, but if you want to become more familiar with it, we do have a prototype that you can play now on Steam, and go ahead, check it out, and then let us know what you think in the discussions. And if you do like it, come back over here. We can throw you into the game. I already talked about the sculpture, but we have original artwork as well. Stuff that's 16 by, what's the measurement? Yeah, 16 by 20 piece of fine artwork that we'll be using for promos and stuff like that along the development of the game. Under that is just more about the world itself, our larger packages, our maps, a description of the backstory, history a little bit, and then we get into our protagonists, the characters we will be playing as in the game, as well as some of the towns we will be visiting. And then there's the main NPCs, the non-playable characters. These are set up in such an order that if you read this, you'll start to understand better the world that we are trying to create for you. So after that, we talk about music a bit. We got a few different amazing artists that we're talking to and keeping up. One's been with us since the beginning of it. He's been really great. But yeah, our platform plans to go from the PC, Mac, Linux, then move from that into consoles such as the Switch. That's where our eyeballs are at, closest or nearest to, but we've already been discussing that in the behind the scenes a bit too, and see if we can start getting that working a little bit more. But yeah, what is behind the scenes? Me and my older brother, we're the guys, we're the teams on this. So he's doing all the programming, I'm doing all the art and animation and the game design. But yeah, what we need, how long is development going to be, and then yeah, another reminder of that Steam demo. And then we have our stretch goals underneath here, and each stretch goal is a major game addition, making the game a lot larger, not just in content, but in development time, the game play time as well, the scope of it all. And we go into detail about our gold system, or our gold tier at least, where we can add a gardening system that relies on a day and night system that has a lighting system. So this is our flat sprites that are animated, and I'm moving a light around it, and you can see in the 3D space the light's creating shadow, ergo depth to flat surfaces, and it works for the environments as well. So we want to be able to apply this to everything in the battle, everything across the game, and try to utilize the lighting system of Unreal to a degree with it. So yeah, just my personal closing thoughts are at the end, and then a glossary in case you're having problems pronouncing any of the words or don't know what the hell they mean. There's a description for you right there. But guys, that's our IndieGOGO, and thank you so much. We only got, hold on, I gotta refresh that team. There we go. We only got 4 days left to do the Insanes. So thank you guys so much for staying along with us, and let me get into the artwork. So yeah, comic book. So the idea with the comic book, as I've been saying, is we're going back in time. What's up, Reese? How you doing? Just seeing in the chat. So yeah, my page 8, I finally got them separated like Noah was saying. And I was hoping he would be in sometime today because I got a question to ask him. But then my page 9 is here. So I went really dark on these pages because since most of it is graphical, these geometric stuff, it's still experimental, particularly like how I'm using them in these two panels differently than what I've used them in the previous. So I'll open up I'll go ahead and open up page 7. Give me 1 second. And then you can get a frame of reference. So coming at it from this angle, I was really happy with the complexity and the line work that I was getting out of these things, because I could really work with that. And you can see me already starting to split some of the world and popping it through these shapes. But then it goes right to this in the next bit. So it's too hard of a change, and I'm going to have to unify this with that a bit more. So it could be me working in this page a bit and getting all of the fractal graphics working for this. I'm not sure this is set up to do so. It should be, though. But I'm not working on page 7 yet. That's onto the finer types of the renderings. I'm actually trying to get more of the line work in this setup. So I've got this bright block that's going to be annoying for all of us to be looking at the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And I've got some space there to fill out. So go to that, Liz. Get that all shaped out. Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to describe too much of what's happening here. Denathite is growing over Eloden, a sphere. That's about as much as I want to say. So I've just got to make it look really, really, really big. Hey, D, how are you doing, man? Thanks so much for helping us out earlier. I already praised you at the beginning of the show. I know. It's awesome. We're all in it now. I'm guessing you took my hint. But no worries. Why is that layer emptied out over there? Oh, it's not. It's my over layer. Okay, yeah. See, the fractals are supposed to be tripping your eye out, and they're tripping my eye out. I'm at 1. I need to go to 3. Nah, like I said, the idea is we got Dwight on the back end working with a few different ideas of added mechanics with Beckon, things that we didn't show in the prototype, such as like our save system, our campsites. We do have a simple card game that we have been working on. We worked on it a while to get Dwight caught up with certain things in programming and to explore the idea. We also have another game that has nothing to do with Beckoned at all. I'm not going to name it, and I'm not going to explain too much of the mechanics because we don't have anything locking that in or, trademarking it. So I'm not going to speak about it very much, but we have a few different things that Dwight's looking at right now and seeing what can be the best choice for us to start to work on, but one way or the other, as pertain to Beckoned and this game currently, our next kind of step is to start showing a little bit more of our game, more than that trailer. We need to make another trailer that probably uses a lot of the same stuff, but one that includes maybe us talking over it, some concept art, maybe something that's just a bit more personal. Because, not that it's bad, but I made the trailer, and it could have been made by someone who knows how to make trailers. But once I made it, I was pretty okay with it. The voiceover work, that's me as well. Just like in the game, it's me and Dwight. So maybe if we just kind of looked at that and kind of worked a bit more, there's all kinds of stuff I can work on as far as improving the branding, improving the outreach that we got, and improving the schedule here, which is kind of why I was looking for Noah to come in. I really need to adjust this schedule to not be at 4, to kind of be something a little bit earlier in the day. And he's been very helpful keeping me from doing too much on this or doing things the wrong way. So I would hate to set a time at a time he couldn't offer his wisdom when he wants to. But Noah, I'll just text him or message him through Twitters or whatever's. Be like, dude, I gotta make a change to schedule. Joe's supposed to be making a change too with Art Bros, so that's to the Art Bros schedule, so that should help free up my schedule a little bit more. I'm wanting to get so much further with this book, and we have to work on redesigning and reapproaching our next our next game launch, or Indiegogo project launch. So we'll be doing a lot of different things. All the while I'm pushing on this comic and trying to do my best as my first go. So yeah, game stuff, all good. Talk to Dwight about stuff. So we got stuff moving. He can't sit still either. Kind of always got to be busy. Like I said, we got our systems and our base system to finalize, or basically get rebuilt and scaled out for more features, such as the other two characters being playable and a little bit more of the setup, basically taking what we learned from that prototype and pushing forward, which we already been setting up a lot of those things, but there are some other tactics that we're kind of looking at as far as like getting outreach, getting getting some more people interested in this stuff, and what we're doing. But yeah, something that I kind of naively, thought was going to happen was we garnered a good group within this YouTube channel with our Friday night shows, and that was great. And that still is going good, guys. We're going to be doing it tonight too. So if you want to, it's a party night or fun to beckon Friday, and we'll be doing that tonight at 8. And I think Joe has an Art Bros at 9, and so yeah. I forgot where I was going while I was talking. Maybe just letting you guys know. Yeah. I remember talking about Dwight and the game programming and what we're going for. But yeah, it's just stuff that we're trying to get figured out. So yeah, the other thing is thanks to everybody for believing. Oh yeah, bang ring. Thank you for letting us know that you're hearing us. You like what we're doing. You're interested to see what we can do more. So we're gonna do a little bit more all across the board. Now, does that mean we'll be getting a new prototype? Probably not this early. Not by the next time we pop back out. Will we make improvements to the current one? That was kind of what me and Dwight had been talking about, and we're trying to push forward and not, work on something that's gonna break and then cause us to lose precious hours on the other parts. But we do need to have that system ready to go as soon as it gets funded. Because then most of it's just content creation and expansion. So building each scenes that are scripted out, making sure everything on our chart that's flowing across is met and timed and balanced, tested. So that's where the 2.5 to 3 year development comes into, and why I quote Miyamoto in that is because it's a tight schedule, especially for 68. So the idea of coming at it from a different direction, still with the intention, the same original intention, but just coming at it a bit differently. But then it's, again, getting more people interested. So I've got to stay streaming, I got to stay sharing, I got to stay developing, got to keep moving. And so glad I kind of gravitated into this comic area because it's fun. I don't know how many people that, like, if Noah's going to jump in here and be like, what the heck is he doing? Because this is much different than the pages earlier. So 7, I played around with the fractals a bit more, and I kind of like the simplicity and the blending with this. But then all of a sudden, I went here with the next page. And I think that's too drastic of a change, so I'm going to have to play with the blends from this on these 2 panels with that fractal. And then, of course, it seems like it changes up again. It's the same fractal, just handled differently, and I've spiraled it and caused more things to happen, and then blink out. And now the first thing we see in the blackout blink would be a flash of this image. Mad science. Feels like it sometimes. The mad part, yes. Scientist part, no. Okay, so like I was saying, I have to kind of try to create the illusion that this object is huge, like colossal, like really, 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 really large. So what I've seen in animes or like Akira is they use a lot of these repetitious dotted patterns to kind of insinuate contours or detail, but if you have so many of those in, so many places, it starts to kind of create this illusion of massive scale. The problem that I'm worried about, even with this approach, is that look at all that black ink. If it has to be printed, would any of this hardly retain? Now, I don't mind if things like this bleed together or anything. That's actually part of how the fractal works, is when it's bleeding into itself. But I'm worried that it will totally bleed off organically, not like how Photoshop handles it, but the bleed will be so bad it won't work. So, but I've seen these straight dark pages before, and then people are, using on top, but maybe that's just a digital approach. So as I'm doing this, my intentions, I may have to augment them. So that's why I'm kind of spending the time working on the line work on this image. But then again, I've already got it, so what's my next frame? I can worry about hyper detailing this a bit later. But I don't know. Because I've got that happening, and then it's like, because this is an experience, I'm trying to... I don't want to keep showing our character's face because it's an experience. I don't need to show cool or these weird things, maybe not even cool, but weird things, and then flashing back to another shot of him closing his eyes or looking at it, or another shot of him holding the loading or anything. Because ideally, I'm not landed yet if he's part of the experience during this, or he's still retaining, some sense of self. So trying to kind of figure that out with this next frame, which I could really do. Never mind, I know what I'm doing. See, it only takes me a little bit. So I'm going to stay with it being this white real quick. Just to get, you know what? I'm going to fill that with the black. We'll just bring it down, add another layer. Boom. Collision bomb. Check out the perks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm on brush 5. Come on, chill out. Well, maybe not a bad idea for what I'm going to be doing. I mean, line weight uniformity, I would think would be important, but only within the panel. I would imagine would be freedom to play with, but and I am just supposed to be thumbnailing, and as you're seeing, yeah, I'm deviating a little bit from that here and there. And even at that, this isn't how you thumbnail. You thumbnail not on the paper. I'm trying to also kind of learn how to work the paper as well as thumbnailing itself. So I haven't really explored framing as far as like designing the edges of the boxes or the frames or getting those looking really neat or dynamic. I'm kind of just trying to figure out what's the basic way I can get this story told, and from there, how can I, like Noah kind of said, sell it, boost it, look at where it needs adjustment, and then things where probably need to take out or maybe even need to add to. I think I have another entire page that's got to get inserted back, making this page 10, not page 9. I just haven't drawn that page yet, which probably I could have done, but I'm on a roll with this one scene, so I wanted to kind of keep moving with it the best I could. Okay, that does not. So Denathite is not really something rocky as much as it's organic. But it's kind of like crustacean-y. It has a hard exterior like an exoskeleton. Chitin, or however you pronounce it. But yeah, fibrous exoskeleton type shelling that seems to grow with an awareness of design, but is also pretty wild as well. So you'll see repetitions or patterns popping up in things, but it all seems pretty random or grown to the form or to the convenience of the shapes that I needed. Haha. But underneath the exoskeleton, you'll see these spots where I put these pods, and basically those are the location points where deep in the center of the mass of wherever those pods are, they're like these seeds inside of the substance, and the seed doesn't necessarily sprout. It's just everything that comes from Denathite sprouts from these cores. So it's constantly trying to expand itself, and it grows on living hosts. So it basically spits out seeds inside things, like embedding the seeds inside the tissue, and then from that it expands outward. I started a draw diagram, like as if I was a med scientist, and had a chunk of Denathite here and dissected it, or had a material that, could cleanly cut it like a laser. Should finish that one up, but I'm kind of thinking some of this comic book stuff is going to make me do that. Anyway, so that's going to be I don't know really what to call them, scales or fins, but that's the other thing I'm wanting to do with that Denathite diagram, is actually name the different components of the substance. I have a few names for them, but not all of them. I started to work on that one, but I think I got busy with animations. Oh, and that's the other thing. I know I mentioned I was going to start doing game animation and game artwork on the channel. I'm kind of thinking, as I'm doing the comic book, all my art energy's got to try to get as much done with this as fast as I can, but with all the rules and improvements in line. So I'm just going to try to push this out the fastest I can, is doing the thumbnailing, just getting the whole book sketched out. From there, I'm going to keep pushing and rendering it. But yeah, I would love to get back into animating. So animating Lane, his attack animations. Would love to start getting back into that. And so just look for it. You might see me do it here and there. I'm not abandoning that at all. It's just, man, animation on that it takes a long time, and I would to be able to sit down for each session, and promise not to work on it. But I could do stuff like what I'm doing here. That's kind of what I said a few episodes ago. I would, I would do the whole rough animation in an episode, so you can see my gestures moving, and you're like, okay, that's what he's going for. And then the next episode, I would line one of the frames and show you how I'm basically doing that. By that time, I might have already worked on some of it, and I'm on the last frame or somewhere in the middle. But then I finish lining that one. And then the next episode, the lines will be all cleaned up, and then I'll do the color, and again, probably just color one of the frames for you. Do the lighting, basically do every process like that until the animation is done and sprite it out. So, sprite it out meaning saved out. So, what's up, bud? Hey, bud. I want to change this channel's time, or this show's time, to noon. And I need everyone's opinion, if they have them. That's the thing, is I know that's kind of in the middle of the workday. I love having everybody here. I don't want to just switch it up like that. But if I'm going to maximize myself, I need to change the schedule. Oh, there he is. Oh, man. Having cesspool conundrums. If you change the time, don't go to noon. That's way too early. Okay, well, what works for you? Because you're the one I was needing the opinion from. Yeah, these conundrums. And this is going to prove this is why I need to kind of sit in a pocket where NTM can jump in. Because these conundrums could be, dude, and what I say at the beginning of the show, everyone, all that black ink is probably going to bleed together. He's going to be like, what the heck are you doing? I said it, NTM, so you can go back and check. Dude, you don't have to model your show for me. I'm not that. You're helping me. You haven't seen what I've been doing since yesterday, and that's why I said it. You might go, yeah, he needs me around. Okay, so you're familiar with the way I've been working with page 7 and everything before that. This is kind of the pace I've been working. I've worked with the fractals a bit more. I like what I got going here for some color spacing. And then, yes, I did. If you notice, then from page 7, I went, bam, and it's such a drastic change with how I'm handling the fractals in these two images from page 7. So I need to find a nice medium between these two. But then, of course, totally enveloped in a fractal, space, and then blinks out. And then, boom, first image that we get in the space is the substance Denathite overtaking a massive, gigantic, colossal sphere of Loden crystal. And so in this shot, I'm actually going into the Denathite and kind of discussing real quick and introducing what it is before getting another flash of some stuff. So my question to NTM was, you see all these darks, you see all that black, and we're worried about like printing and all that stuff. I'm worried about how much black I'm using. But yeah, you say, did you say, okay, great. Well, that's fine though, because, well, yeah. So yeah, my worry is all the black ink. Now, I'm not worried if these lines fudge together, because the way the fractals kind of working anyways, it all works in and of itself, merging together. But when we're talking about ink bleeding through a page, it could create these wobbles or warps if so much black ink is seeping. I'm not, maybe I'm being too neurotic about it and being too worried, because I saw, wasn't it Jose Garcia that had some comics, some pages he was working on, some of his side comics that were basically on black pages. I'm like, okay, yeah, I've seen that before. So I was like, hell, let me just push for that. Okay, yep. Now here's an important thing for when you do the colors. Oh yeah, here's the thing. If the page has too much ink, it will get these ripples. And people have complained about the ripples in the pages too. So a thing to keep about with color, okay? Because ideally it'll be colored pages, so everything will be inked, so the ripples pop out. So aren't there like home remedies that the manufacturer can do to make sure that doesn't do that and then ships it out? I still need a time, little brew. Still need to know when's a good time to gain your knowledge. But then again, it's up to you. You could be like, dude, go. Do whatever. You can print on a high... Okay. The colors cannot have more than 40% K in them. 40% K. What's the K? You can print on a highest dark paper. Oh, is that kilos? Is that what that is? Oh, okay. All right. Okay, thank you for that percentage. All right, so yeah, kind of what I expected is I'm overusing a black way over 40%. Oh, and I also think I found a style guide. So I'm happy about that. Am I executing it right now? No. Again, I'm gonna have to take my scribbles and stylize them for this. No, the black is okay. So printers use CMYK. Right. Gotcha. Yeah. Which is the other thing. I got to get these modes set properly to CMYK before I get to the color. Unless you guys are going to do it now. When you go to colors, you don't have a lot of black within your colors. Right. So your inks are supposed to be 100% black, just not the colors. Okay, cool. Yeah, what is a good time, NTM? Like 2, 1? I mean, don't feel obligated either, but I've really got to switch it up. And noon was kind of what I was shooting for. But that's too early. I can work a little bit. I can do it a little bit later. I am, yeah. Like late night. But personally, I like having that time. But I wouldn't mind jumping on then either. It's really what I need to do to get everything done right. But that would really open up the day. Okay, I'm getting a little too general here. Okay, well, guys, you're kind of my only regulars, so what times would work best? Just not 4 o'clock or like 8 or 9. I need something either later than 9 o'clock or before 2 at least. And that's Eastern Standard Time. So and I'm usually up about midnight, 1, 2 o'clock working, so just go ahead and do 12. I could just tweet you my info and stuff. Well, yeah, but it's kind of fun having you in here, like doing it live. Plus, it keeps me humble. Ha 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 ha. You can do do 2 shows a day. Oh, come on. I still can't feel my face. Since Nefarious has been here, have I reviewed those pages? I think I just did. It could be what he's referring to. I'll tell you what, I'll figure out the time and I'll let you know. In Nefarious, I'll let you know too. I mean, I'll make a post about it. You guys know that. I'll just I'll figure that out. Trying to get it on a good time, though. Don't do that again. Yeah, he's in that mountain timing. That's what that is. So yeah, I guess since I've got this and it's a self-explained thing, I'm just gotta crackle up down here and get my gestures for this Denathite rooting into this loading sphere. Here's the other thing, NTM, I was talking about was in this thing's supposed to be like colossal size sphere, and this is really, really, really big chunks of Denathite kind of infecting it or, growing into it. So I'm doing a lot of these small dashes to imply a lot of detail in spaces that are far away from us but are really, really colossal. Kind of taking some stuff from I think it was Toriyama and like things from Akira, some of the way they were doing a lot of their stuff. Yeah, that's the thing, is that in this space you kind of lose the sense of the scale. But yeah, it would help some frame of reference. But then again, the experience itself is basically totally removing you from any frame of reference. And then, poof, you get a flash of something that has form, but it's still kind of flashing in the midst of this fractal abyss. So it's more like a vision flash. So I'm trying to figure out how I can imply that's a flash outside of, like, visually, not within the text, because the text will be implying that already. It's kind of like, that's what's been so weird about this one scene, is it's so removed from the normal ways you would try to tell a story, and I knew going right into it I needed frames of reference for other things. So I scripted up flashes that give more context, but without answering questions, that tells you kind of what they do understand and what they don't understand of what's going on. And then the gears are going to switch up, I think, in the next page. So like I said, there's another page I need to add back. I think it's in around page 4, page 5, which would make this page 10, this one page 9, that one page 8. Okay, so let me see, Auntie, I'm sorry. Here's what you do. Have the panel you have, but then have another panel where that thing isn't there anymore. This way it looks... Oh, okay, I see what you mean. But that's really if I wanted it to be a flash, like blink. Okay, because yeah, if I'm just giving these arbitrary images and discussing them, is there a real moment to moment, or am I just showing you a bunch of pictures and having you read text, kind of bombarding you with this stuff in a particular order, but you have no frame to kind of adjust it into? So the flash implies but I need to have that implied. So that was what I had interesting was, because I'm trying to give scale with such a thing, I said, okay, make it take up a large part of the page. If not, that's what the rest of the frames are on. So I went to the large scale of it. If I split this image right down the halfway here, and then throw a second image here that basically looks the same, but it's just blacked out again, would I be using these two frames? Oh yeah, guys! Hit that like button, hit the subscribes, let's get this going up. Yeah. But what do you think? No, maybe it's like, dude, stop asking me. I'm not going to draw your comic book. Draw your own comic. I got you, buddy. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more there. Christmas. Okay, but you understand. You know what? Just for the giggles. I'm going to pull that up a little bit further. Christmas. Okay, so basically I'm saying if I cut the image in half, would it still be useful to use two panels? Maybe adjust them a bit more where one sits higher than the other. You know, so this one probably sit down here, this one probably sit up a little bit higher. Or maybe not use them at all. But it's just such a big image because of the size. Okay, let's see. No, you wouldn't. I like helping mixing. So do two panels for the page, the big one, and then the other on the bottom, get rid of the flash. Okay. What about those two panels? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be like as that flash is happening, made like the thought process is going, yes, this substance, Denathite, and then we have this close-up of what the substance is, and then we'll get another shot of the load-in, you know, a bit more close up than that, and then boom, it's back to blackout. So it's like we're following a thought process as well as a visual experience as well, and I'm having to really play with those two in a way I didn't plan to when I started this. Okay, yeah. Okay, here's the skinny panel technique. Right. Okay. Yeah, because I saw like a few people using the four across skinny panels. You can do 3 across skinny panels, but I saw 4, and yeah, it makes it move. Okay. Yeah, so all right. So instead of showing the whole thing in one view, yeah. Okay. Now, are you also saying, no, keep that, it's just this middle part here, run a bunch of skinny ones? Or are you talking the whole idea of the framing? Like, this whole concept here, I could split it up into 4 like skinny images that are really getting these close-ups and pans, kind of what I'm doing with these two. So basically, slice this one some way and add it to these. This way you get speed almost like director's cut. Run a bunch of skinny. Okay. But still have the big ones. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I like that. So skinny ones. So we'll see what 3 looks like, and because I like designing in odd numbers. And something tells me you have to work with that a little bit. Maybe not. But the panels need to be closer together. I mean, Joe would be on my butt about that. Dude, your panels, get them closer together. Especially if you're trying to show speed. But then I've got this white outline when I'm going over the... So, hold on. Let me show you. See this frame outline to kind of keep the frames pretty separate. That's what that's what I'm working on right here too. I'll have to be incorporating that. Maybe, maybe not. Like I said before, right now I should just be concentrating on telling the story through these shorthand thumbnails, which you wouldn't thumbnail on the comic pages anyway. Like, you'd be making these really small, really quick experiments with this stuff and finding your best framing with it and then going into this kind of stuff. So I'm doing this very unconventionally, which could lead to problems. Could. Run a bunch of skinny ones. It would build tension between the pop-up panels. Skinnier. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay. Here's what you do. Do a jagged line from these middle pin. Oh, so okay. Okay, yeah. All right. Gotcha. Shapes am I missing? Let me scale that down. Let me rotate. Get that a bit more vertical. No, what did I just? I just changed the mode. Did I change it to the right mode though? No, I guess I didn't. Hold on. I hate it when I hit buttons and I'm not supposed to. I saw something visually change. You all saw it too, didn't you? Yeah, well, here we are. Maybe I shouldn't have scaled it down so quick. Oh, and I got lost. My bad. Okay, how come I can't see that? Oh, that's what I did. Okay. Now it makes sense. I'm gonna go eat. Good luck. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, Nefarious. Enjoy your meal. I gotta eat too. Oh yeah, we're gonna do zigzaggies between these panels, huh? Alright, well I'm gonna have to experiment with what kind of zigzaggies. Now, you say zigzaggies, I'm saying the fractal itself, use that as the separation graphic. But that's just me trying to do my branding. Oh, Jedi's in here. What's up, Jedi? What's cracking, dude? Wordy dirt, dude. What is going on? Okay, NMT, do that, buddy. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much. It's 5 or 7. I think we can go with 5. Because I'm going to start to lose maybe a little bit of space for text. I would think. And have the panels overlap each other too. And I did. Okay, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab them all real quick and set that higher one up, that first one up. And then I'm gonna grab that one. Oh, no. Grab that one. Bring it down. Overlay. And I gotta cut off that line work. Okay, and I didn't count my steps. Too much. What are you gonna do after the campaign ends? Keep drawing a comic book, keep trying to build the awareness of everything, because that was our miscalculation. The whole way doing this thing, and you probably remember hearing me say this on the channel way back when, was I'm not gonna do this off of luck. For everything that I could be aware at to plan for, I planned for it. Even fulfillment, everything was basically ready to go. So I just couldn't wait for everything to, couldn't wait for it to build up a little bit. So it was my miscalculation on how much awareness we needed. It was really like, you need to have a large fan group that's enough to bring to a crowdfunder. And I kind of did it the opposite way. I was like, oh, I understood it a different way. I was like, oh, you have a crowdfunder, then you have something people could care about. And then that's how it would garner. But no, it worked totally different. So now that I know that, we did a lot. We did a lot of like advertising, like paid advertisement as well, and learned some lessons from that. So not going to be wasting money in the wrong places again. And it's not like we lost out that much. We budgeted out for it. We were just trying to do our best. So, but yeah, the miscalculation was just on the outreach angle. So, let's see. I can see. But you do have bigger fan. Yeah, right. It's just still not 68. So the idea is actually attacking like 68,000. We don't have 68,000, enough. So the idea is kind of attacking the whole Indiegogo a bit differently, the whole crowdfund situation a bit differently. We will be talking to you guys about that a bit more. And get your impressions of what you think, and see what you all be cool with. Because, yeah, you guys are the fans. You guys are the ones who believe in it. So I want everybody's input that's willing to give it. So it's a big goal that we weren't properly prepared for on the outreach. And that was me just not understanding it. Which is, I don't know. It's my first Indiegogo or crowdfunder in general, so to get it right the first time is a little expecting too much of myself sometimes. But hey, that's people want. People want good and quality stuff, not for you to mess up. So we're gonna just go back at it again and just try to do it better. That's about it. Let's see. What's he saying? Okay, and Tim, what were you talking about as far as that really works? And then I'll let you guys go. But yeah, Art Jedi, it's like, dude, thanks so much for that encouragement. The timing of all that's kind of what I'm worried about. Is I'm gonna try pushing this comic book, and then if I have to do a second one to still build on that fan base, I've got to, the Exodus of Thought. I've got bunches of stories to go back and do comic books for, to gain a following or some fan groups to toss over at doing a game. But I know that games or indie games, it's there's a stigma on crowdfunding indie games, and that's from years ago, but it still lingers. So we'll do our best. And yeah, the biggest thing is I got to keep working and keep pushing and keep building this world. Because like you said, we have fans, we have people. You guys have been awesome. So, and I'm not going to quit. So as long as I keep going, Keep coming back and checking it out. But yeah, guys, love you all very much. Thank you all for showing up. NMT, thank you for all the help. Art Jedi, thank you for the words of encouragement, sir, and your curiosity. Nefarious, thank you so much for dropping in. We'll see you again. And again, I'll let you guys know about the time change of what I'm doing. And Collision Bomb, thank you so much for dropping those links. And Reese, thanks for dropping it. And D, again, sir, thank you for your $100 donation for the t-shirt collection. Thank you so much, dude. And guys, we'll see you again tomorrow. Laters.